Doing well. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Excited for today's show.
It's
'Cause,
explosive.
yeah.
Explosive show speedy.
Oh man. Oh man. I got the booms ready. Hey?
It's like the 4th of July all over again today.
Oh man. Let's a little bit of a warm up, ladies and gentlemen. We're going
All
heavy,
right.
too heavy, but on the cosmic tip, ladies and gentlemen. We're on
Yeah, yeah.
cosmic stuff today. So yeah, it's serious. First off, how's everything going with you? Everything's going well?
Everything's going well. It's been incredibly busy lately. Oh man, it's been a while since we talked. You don't even know. You have no idea. 'Cause I haven't seen anything on social media yet. I've maybe accidentally spoiled it on some YouTube channels.
Ah, okay, okay. No,
I,
that's quite all right.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm developing 2 live action films right
oh
now.
my goodness.
So,
And so the
no big
novel,
deal. No
you're
big deal.
of the comic book, the novels
Yeah.
and 2 live action films in the works also. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. And these are not they're not related to Dreamwalker. They're totally different things and
All right.
one is actually unlike anything that you've seen from me thus far.
Really?
Um one is an adaptation of one of the stories in my upcoming book. The other one is out of left field. It's a '90s love story,
Okay.
uh, and set in Seattle during the '90s, where I was here when I actually moved here, relocated here right before the Seattle scene blew up. I covered the scene
All right.
in real time, but that's just in the background of the story, um, which is really about. It's gonna shock some people, interracial romance. Um,
Okay.
People are like, "What the hell did you go from Dreamwalker to this? Like, what's going on here?" And I'm like, "Is Mikey a squirrel now?" You know.
Oh man. Well, let's kick off the show and let's go with
Let's
all this
go.
great MCU goodness that you got for us.
All
Ladies and
right,
gentlemen, this is
sure.
your customary spoiler warning, okay?
There always is. There always
We're
is.
gonna hit the intro back in 60 seconds, and Mikey's coming hot.
Oh
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Stay, hang in there. Don't go nowhere. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Speedy's Multiverse with the executive producer of the comic book and the upcoming live action adaptation, Mr. Mikey Sutton, novel scribe, and soon to be live action movie Hollywood producer. How you doing, sir?
Man, I don't know how I find time for everything. Somehow I manage to balance it
Man, I
all
thought I
out.
was busy.
I know, man. You're very busy.
Yeah,
You have
man.
all those shows that
Yeah, I
you're
got my
doing.
DJ stuff. Yeah, great.
Exactly. I
But,
mean,
you know,
man, how do you like? how are you not tired? You know
I
what I
am
mean?
tired right now. I drank a Celsius. That's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna get me through hopefully till at least 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we'll be all right. Okay. Shout out to my friend Sid who's watching. Shout out to Sid.
Awesome.
Yeah, and everyone else is watching on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Please welcome
socks
Mikey.
and
Yeah,
VC Soul.
yeah.
Great.
Socks is checking in. I see you. And ladies and gentlemen, Mikey Sutton is going MCU Cosmic Scoop Heavy today in the show.
Yep,
But
yep,
first
yep.
off, before I want to spoil everyone's Cheerios, okay? And of course, shout out to Sil Abdul, my good friend Sil Abdul. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
he's got an awesome YouTube channel with a lot more followers than I have.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
there.
but he has an awesome show, well done
He does.
podcast,
Yeah.
and I like his new format and everything. But
Yeah.
he had a recent thing with our friend with Mr. James Gunn on X or Twitter or whatever the heck you like to call it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you give us the
Sure.
the lowdown?
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, you know, I'll direct everyone to go check out his channel, and then you can see the man speak about it himself.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I mean, so I woke up. Was it yesterday morning? It was Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning. I woke up and I co-host Rogues Gallery with him.
Right.
Host Rogues Gallery,
Mhm.
and I was coming up with my menu, and I actually put Blue Beetle on the menu, Speedy. Like okay, it'll be just a nice innocent show. The Blue Beetle subject was supposed to be just filler. I was like, no, I just wanted to talk about the box office
Right.
results so far and so on and so forth. No big deal. Then like an hour and a half before, we went on the air. Perfect timing, James Gunn. James Gunn went on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
and tried to debunk Sil Abdul. And Sil Abdul had this scoop that the ending of Blue Beetle originally, I don't know if it's post credit or just the ending, had a voiceover from Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw a lot of reports about that. Not just Phil. I saw a bunch of other people who picked it up as well.
Yeah.
On my feeds, you know. Yeah.
So I mean, it was Sil put it out on his Twitter. And then James Gunn, of all the thousands of messages this guy received on his Twitter, and he was not tagged or anything. I think he follows Sil. Went on a debunking rampage and said that no, this isn't true. And he said I spoke with my partner Peter Safran, and he said it's not true either. And I'll get to that in a second, Speed, because I want to make a comment on those statements.
Right.
And then the most shocking part of it all. You know how busy I get, right? This guy should be 100 times more busy than I am. He's the head of a multi-billion-dollar studio. I mean, he works for Warner Brothers. Come on, he's Batman, Superman, the biggest comic book characters in the world, right? This guy said in a secondary tweet, they called the producers, and they said it doesn't exist. It never happened. And so, which leads me to these questions here. You're the head of DC Studios. You actually have to talk to your producers. You have to talk to your co-CEO about what's happening under your own roof. I mean, like, you have to, hey, did they really have this? I'm like, you have to ask your partner, shouldn't you know already if that is in there or not? And what's found very funny was that he called the producers of Blue Beetle to see if
that was Ben Affleck in that thing, and we cut him out. I don't know if he did that.
You would think, Speedy, like once he got the job, he'd have like a folder.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. Like, okay, this is all these are all the missing scenes.
Okay, I'll give him benefit of the doubt, and maybe he was just like, okay, yeah, you Beatles cute. Yeah, I'll let you guys do that movie. Yeah, it's cute. And maybe he didn't know that there might have been a Ben Affleck thing that maybe somebody else decided that, oh, maybe we should cut that out because, I'm not sure they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? And maybe, or maybe not, he didn't have anything to do with it. But like I say, I don't know. I find that very my camera here. We're live show, ladies and gentlemen. The technical difficulties, but I find that
Yeah.
hard to believe.
Well, yeah, I did too. And so, um, what I found hilarious is that okay, Gal Gadot said that she spoke with him and Saffron about Wonder Woman 3 about continuing on. Um, then I believe it was Variety had that article basically calling Gal a liar. According to sources, such a conversation never happened.
Right.
And
Those very.
here's what's funny. Who else could those sources be? Right? Come on. We know it's just James and Peter. They themselves, James Gunn himself said that no one knows what goes on here except for Peter and I. Well, who are those
Well,
sources then?
as I
But
move
him.
my Ben Affleck totem right here.
Yeah, exactly. Ben Affleck, who debunked Gunn
Uh-huh.
a month or so ago, saying that he was not going to work for DC Studios, which Gunn said he was. So here's what I find funny. Um, when Ben Affleck said absolutely not, there was no response from James Gunn whatsoever. Nothing. Um, when Gal had that statement and she doubled down on it about talking with James Gunn about developing Wonder Woman 3.
Right.
He had no statement on that either. I mean, the sources, but officially there was no James Gunn response to that. But yet, YouTuber Sil Abdul, he comes out under his rock, has to, debunk him publicly.
Right.
What does that tell you, man?
Wow. I think that's all interesting. I think it was an interesting development, and I hope that James Gunn continues to search Sil Abdul out on Twitter and continue to debunk and engage with him and his audience. I could only be so lucky, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's awesome for Sil, man.
Hey, gives you a lot of exposure, right?
Yeah, so I'll take
But
it. Right or wrong, I'll take it all day.
yeah, hey, James Gunn is very insecure about Zack Snyder. And I think he wanted to get this across. He's worried about the Snyder fans not supporting the DCU, right? So who knows what's going on in that mind of his? But obviously, my circle was Sil Abdul and Skywalker and Jay. They're really getting under his skin.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Speedy. I'm the first person he went after.
Ah,
You
I
know,
don't
back in
remember
the.
that.
Oh yeah. He was. I had actually I was covering. It wasn't even my scoop. I was covering two other sites,
Mm-hmm.
and I said that about Henry Cavill's contract,
Mm-hmm.
and then James Gunn comes out of nowhere and says, "Well, you're either lying or you were lied to," and this is back in November when he first became the co-CEO.
Right.
And since then, he's gone after Sil Abdul twice now. He's gone after other people in my circle. Because, we kind of represent Snyder fandom on various YouTube channels and websites, and we're unrelenting with that. And I've always been that way. And I think it gets under your skin. I just feel that we are being targeted. But hey, you know what?
Hey,
All he's doing is increasing those followers. That's all
right.
he's.
That's right. I say it's everything's positive. I say shout out
Yeah.
to Mr. James Gunn. Thank you very much. Please continue to be active there on the X thing or whatever the heck they call it now. Okay?
Whatever you call it. Does that make you a member of the X-Men though? If you join,
I don't know.
I wonder.
I don't know, but I think that's enough for DC and the James Gunn stuff. And if you want to know more, of course,
Yeah.
you can check out the latest episode
Yeah.
of Saladul's podcast with Mikey
Yeah.
Sutton there.
And we're gonna cover that on geekosymag.com too. I'm gonna write about it. So
Oh,
there you go. Uh,
Excellent. Love it.
I
All
want
right.
to say
Let's
hello to
dive
Josh Herrera
in.
there in the chat. Josh Herrera is one of the most positive people in Center fandom. This is a guy you go to the comic book convention with. You go to his social
Yeah.
media page. This guy enjoys every minute of a comics convention. He's in costume. He's just having a ball. And so, Josh, I remember when I was 10 years younger and I had your kind of energy going to a convention. Man, I miss those days. But, dude,
That's freaking
you
awesome.
know, have a
Shout
great
out to
day,
you, brother.
man.
Thank you for hanging out with us. And as Mike
Yeah.
goes in with some MCU,
Whew.
we're on the cosmic side of things. But
Of
would you
course,
consider
yeah.
Thor being a part of the cosmic
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely,
Sure.
especially
Okay.
in the
So,
future here.
I seen some rumblings,
Yeah,
some reports, some
yeah,
speculation of a
yeah.
Thor 5 and what a certain director would do with a Thor 5. And I didn't read the article.
Yeah, yeah.
I just said I got other things to do. But
Yeah, you got me
I'll,
anyway.
I'll
I
let you
can
take
fill
over.
you
I'll let you take over and explain what all this
in.
is about. What's all this
There is
live
some
rumble coming from?
speculation about Thor 5 from a dubious source. So,
I thought
I
that
will
was
make
gonna be it. Like we're gonna really keep doing this Thor thing. Like
dubious.
we
So,
crashed the plane and
uh,
burned all the bodies in Thor 4. You know?
well, okay, here's the deal with Thor 5. Um, they're not sure if they're going to do this yet, okay? So it's iffy.
Okay.
Um, now, one thing I want to come here and debunk.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
okay, I can't have a problem pronouncing this guy's name, Speedy. I'll tell you why. Because
Uh huh.
his last name in Tagalog and Filipino, okay,
Uh huh.
it's it's basically penis, and then I
Okay.
can't.
True.
And whenever I say
In
his name,
Filipino, his last
I
name is Penis.
yeah, I mean it's I start laughing. I can't say it straight. So I just you know what? I just say Taika. Okay, I can't say his last name. 'Cause I'll start giggling
Watiti?
again. I can't stop.
Watiti? That's
God
Penis.
damn, I'm cracking up right now. I
Wow.
can't say it. I just can't do it.
That's an interesting information you gave me there.
So
I'm gonna keep that
anyway,
always in my back pocket from now on.
so I I really don't think he's gonna direct Thor 5 if it does happen.
Yeah.
Um,
I sure as heck hope not. I think you
yeah.
got enough. Yeah.
No, I mean, look, Thor Ragnarok was great. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Love and Thunder didn't do as well.
Oh,
It wasn't. It was nowhere near as good as Ragnarok either. What I was told before, they are gonna take Thor in a different direction, and then Chris Hemsworth was asking for that as well.
mm,
So I don't think he's gonna direct Thor 5, and like I said, it's iffy that's gonna happen anyway. I just want to get that out there because people are like freaking out right now. Oh no, no,
yeah.
you,
Well,
you
there's been
know,
rumbling about it.
yeah, Penis Man's gonna direct
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. And shout out to Sid. And he's in a group, a fan group of mine that you can't see the comments on the in the restream. But
Right
he
on.
says Love and Thunder was basura, which is garbage in Spanish.
It's also garbage in
Ah,
Tagalog and
okay, okay,
Filipino.
very
So,
good, very good. It's
you
universal.
know,
It's a
yeah,
universal name.
exactly. We share certain words.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I'm down for some serious Thor now. Like like what they tried to do with Thor 2, but failed. But I appreciate
yeah,
the effort
yeah.
definitely. I
I think they can make a really good. They need an epic director for Thor, like a widescreen, epic director. Yeah, kind of the Brown who did the first one. That's the kind of director they should.
right.
They should, not necessarily him. You know what? They should get something from Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, okay.
again, because I
Yeah.
think it's like
Saw how big
this.
the kingdom is.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Really, really pull that off.
Yeah. I think they could do that. So what else are you
Yeah.
hearing about Thor 5?
So yeah, I mean, right now it's kind of not. It hasn't been shelved,
Mhm.
um, but they're not sure if it's gonna go. It's gonna go through yet, and they have so many other films to do. Um, I'm. If you ask me my opinion, I think there will be a Thor 5, but I don't think Taika is directing it, and I think it will move in a different direction. Um, but it's not their priority right now because they're gonna do a Hulk film. They have all these mutants now going forward. So um, I would say wait off on that Thor film. I think it's what I heard before was that if they do another Thor film, he'll be an older man.
Okay. I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, let's see what they do. Let's see what they do when they get around to it.
Yeah.
They bring us with it, but they got a lot of stuff that's on the in the works way before we get
Oh,
to kind of Thor 5.
before I forget, Beta Ray Bill was the villain that they were planning on putting in the final Thor film. So if it
All
does
right,
happen, you're
nice.
going to see Beta Ray Bill because he was. They've been wanting to use him for a while now, and
Mhm.
just use him now before you no longer have the
Where's the
opportunity.
late?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth there, right? So
Yeah, I think that'll be great. So I'm looking forward to all that stuff, especially that. That'll be actually pretty cool. Let's get into the next thing. The next favorite, my one of my favorite characters,
oh yeah,
Nova, the Nova Corps. We saw a
uh,
different, take on the Nova Corps in
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yep,
I guess they didn't want to copy a Green Lantern looking Nova Corps, which is what they kind of look, in the
yeah,
Marvel comics, flying around stuff like that. A more grounded looking Nova Corps, and we never really
yeah,
saw what happened to the Nova Corps.
yeah.
Where we heard a bunch of rumblings about a live action film. Then maybe
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be now a special presentation on Disney Plus. What are we really getting for Nova?
Yeah, there's a lot of going back and forth with
Yeah,
this.
a lot of
Uh,
a lot of noise about Nova, but
yeah, it's like
nothing
I
concrete.
heard,
Mhm.
and this is not true. The rumor I heard is that they permanently shelved Nova.
Yeah, that's the recent
Yeah,
rumors that I
yeah,
heard.
recent rumor. Yeah, no, they're not. They're still developing Nova. Um,
Okay.
Foggy is really leaning towards a live action, not like live action, a theatrical film with Nova. Again, they haven't really finalized that yet, Speedy, because
Yeah.
they're cutting down on the number of Disney Plus shows. Um, for budgetary reasons, really, is what it is.
Okay.
Disney, they're trying to get rid of ABC and some of the other networks that.
Are they trying to sell those or?
Well, okay, here's the deal.
Uh,
Um, there, Disney is trying to be like Warner Brothers Discovery right now, and trying to get prepared for an eventual sale. I believe Apple is what they're no. Apple is not going to buy Disney. Okay, I've heard this rumor for years.
mm.
It's not going to happen. Um,
So more believable they'll sell some things that they own, like the TV, the network
yeah,
stations,
yeah, they
app.
will sell things that aren't worth that much anymore.
Right.
Um, Especially ABC,
Hmm.
because people are cutting the cord
Exactly.
on broadcast television now,
Right.
and it's losing money. They're
Mm.
hemorrhaging money with ABC.
Right.
That's why they're going to get rid of it, not because they're trying to sell Disney or anything like that. So that's really
Right.
the big reason why. Um, so there is Kevin Foggy was overworked, and I had
Mhm.
Speedy because it happened with Greg Berlanti on the other side.
Right.
I think that he had too much on his plate. There's only so much a person can do.
Yeah,
I know he had like all these different directors and producers and stuff, but keep in mind Berlanti was overseeing all of this still,
that's true.
and you saw the quality just totally dissipate from
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
DC shows on the CW. And I was a fan, but man, that last season of Supergirl was awful. It was
Really?
horrendous.
Then I couldn't catch
Oh
up
my
to it. Yeah.
man, it was bad.
Wow.
Um, and so, but the plan is to keep going with Nova. There's a lot of potential with this character.
Hmm.
If you put the right
Absolutely.
actor in there, it can be just huge, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's Richard Rider socks, so it's not Sam. It's Richard Rider who's the one they're going to use.
Right.
Um, so yeah, we are going to see Nova. So guys, don't worry about this project being permanently shelved or anything. They're going to take their time. Is the thing. So you got to be patient with this, but Nova is coming, and you'll find out why during this show. You'll find out why Nova is coming.
Well, during what show?
This show right here, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great. 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 Okay. Okay. So there you go.
You'll
All right.
find out what Nova's really big role is.
Okay. Cool. And then we'll see. Of course, we'll probably get like what happened to the Nova Corps, right? I was like,
Yeah. You'll get
or
that
finally
story.
decimating them.
Yeah.
Get to see that
Mm.
battle, maybe, or
Yeah.
at least the aftermath of it. There you go.
The aftermath. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go into you got some Daredevil stuff for us.
Oh yeah. I do. Yeah.
So there's a couple fan favorites. the supporting cast of Foggy Nelson and Karen Page from the original
Yeah.
show. And they, were a little disappointed, the fandom, that they haven't been recast in this new Daredevil series that's coming
Yeah.
up. That's really extensive. I mean, it's going to be
Yeah.
like a lot of episodes.
18
Yeah,
episodes.
man.
Yeah,
And
that's quite a
so
bit.
I share the fandom's
Yeah.
concern why we couldn't have our,
Mm-hmm.
if we're gonna get some of our toys, why couldn't we get them all back?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So what's going on with these supporting characters? Are we gonna get one? We're gonna get both? We're gonna get different ones? What are we going?
Well, the thing with Daredevil, if it seems like every time I bring up Daredevil, I always have to remind people that it's going to be dark. Okay,
Right.
and what I'm hearing, Speed, this is darker than a Netflix series, and more violent,
Interesting. Okay.
and it's going to shock some people. I know people. Well, what about She-Hulk was comic accurate for the character.
Right.
Um, it's funny because people who don't like She-Hulk are people who never read the comic book. What were you expecting?
Right. And I liked She-Hulk until the ending.
Yeah,
I just
I
thought
think they blew it at the end. They
yeah,
blew it at the
yeah.
end. Yeah.
I just thought that that you know it was very badly done. It was a
Yeah.
badly. If I would have read that as a She-Hulk comic book, I would have said
Yeah.
the guy who wrote this did a really crappy job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can see what they were trying to
what they
pull
were.
off. It just didn't
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
I appreciate what they tried to pull off, and I enjoyed it until the execution was not good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
So it's not that I didn't appreciate the
Yeah.
style, is that it just was, for all the rest of the
Yeah.
shows, it was okay and it was interesting
Yeah.
until the build up, until that last episode, we just decided
Mhm.
to fall out of bed for some reason, you know?
You know what's funny about She-Hulk is that fans often complain that these shows and films are not comic book accurate. That's comic book accurate.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know? And
yeah.
then they were complaining that but why is it silly?
And
If
I,
you read the
all the twerking and stuff like that, like I accept it because that's
yeah,
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk,
That's
she
a
would
She-Hulk
do
comic
that.
book. Yeah, definitely a '90s She-Hulk comic book. You know?
And let's not forget in the comic book she banged what's his name? Juggernaut.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, I mean
yeah. She's very promiscuous.
she's very promiscuous, you
Yeah.
know. So let's lead to Foggy Nelson and Karen Page. Like, why haven't they been announced yet? People are freaking out. Like,
Mm.
there's all the speculation that they're not going to be in it, Speedy. Deborah and Lowell. Actually, I met her a few years ago. She's super, super nice in person. Um, hasn't said she said that they haven't called her yet. And look, these actors they sign um, NDAs,
Right.
right?
So they can't.
Uh,
They gotta play the game.
they gotta play the game. They can't. They
Hmm.
can't. They can't say it. I mean, I did that with Dreamwalker. Like,
Right.
I didn't tell Kate Valdez that she's Dreamwalker for 8 months. I mean, signed a non-disclosure agreement. There's nothing
Right.
I can do about it.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, I can understand. But what I'm hearing, Speedy, is an exclusive to your show.
Okay.
This is a big one. It's a big
Okay.
bomb.
Oh, big bomb. That means we get to bring out. We're
Yeah.
bringing out the heavy artillery. Here we go.
You know what I heard? This also might be a spoiler.
Okay. So the customer
Yeah.
spoiler warning, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
spoiler warning, guys, because what I'm
Spoiler
hearing, Speedy, this is a Luke Skywalker
Oh
level.
my goodness.
Yeah. Debut or
Okay.
reappearance, comeback, whatever you want to call it.
Good.
I am hearing they're not going to announce the actors being back. Um, what I'm hearing is that I've either the very last episode of Daredevil Born Again or going into the last episode of Daredevil Born Again. Well, one more thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm told to keep it a surprise.
Okay.
These characters will not be mentioned. And all of a sudden, they just will appear. Is what I'm told.
Wow. Okay.
So, spoilers, for you guys out there.
Okay. All right.
I am told we are going to see Foggy Nelson and Karen Page show up
All
in
right.
either the last episode or near the last episode. Um, and you know that's going to burn the internet, man. That's going to,
That's
I
great.
didn't realize how popular these characters were, dude. Until like, hey, what about Foggy and Karen? Like, wow, these are really big
Yeah,
characters.
yeah. I mean, they're you know, they were important to the story, to the Netflix
Yeah, yeah,
story. To have them not in the continuation is kind of awkward,
yeah.
I think.
It is. It is.
But I'm
Um,
glad that they're gonna play around with it. Good.
yeah, because you have all these female actresses that are coming on the show. Like, oh, they're gonna replace Deborah Ann Woll. No, none of them have. None of them, oh, this is a new Karen Page. No, it hasn't happened, and it won't happen. I have it on good authority that we are going to see Foggy and Karen very near the end or at the very end of the episode, and then they will join the cast
Okay.
after that. But they're really gonna keep you guys stringing it along for weeks here, you know, until like, oh my God, it's Foggy and Karen. It's like Luke Skywalker moment,
Okay, I guess.
so so
Whatever. I'll take it. If that's what we got, I'll take it.
Alfio's back,
Yeah.
Bernthal is back. All these were all scoops from 2019.
Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's right. I
Think
remember.
just want
I
to say,
remember. All those scoops are you got all the receipts still for all that stuff.
yeah, too much.
Yeah. So
Uh,
you're gonna be doing a lot of reposting, I see, in your future.
yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
And so I'm going to I want to say hello to the Geekosity readers in the future, as this video will be embedded in the
Yeah,
article
that's right.
with Foggy Nelson, Karen Page coming back. So
All right. So let's move on
yeah,
from the Daredevil stuff.
yeah,
To back to the cosmic side of things.
yeah,
You had already scooped before with me
yeah,
that the Silver Surfer is gonna get a special
hmm
presentation on Disney Plus.
yeah, yeah,
Build up to, of course, Fantastic Four.
yeah,
Eventually, whatever it is that they decide to do with Fantastic Four. But you
yeah.
got more Silver Surfer news for me, right?
Yep, I
We're
do.
watching this, so by all
Oh
means,
man,
more.
I love this character since I was a kid. Created
You know what I
by
really like?
Stanley.
I like that animated cartoon that's up on
That was
Disney.
good. That was so
Yeah.
good.
I don't
Oh
remember
man.
seeing it ever before, and I was bored one day, and I was like, "Oh, I want to watch this." I was like, "Dang, this is actually pretty dope." You know?
It only lasted one season.
Oh, yeah, yeah, only one season.
It went over kids' heads, so like it's a
Mhm.
very intelligent show.
It is like a little
Um,
nerdy, a little more
I
nerdy than.
Yeah, and I think the late science fiction great Harlan Ellison. I think he wrote an episode of that as well.
Oh wow, okay.
That's how um, intellectual that series was, right? I think a
Yeah,
smart show.
I think
Mm,
I need to actually. I didn't. I've watched maybe like the first two episodes. I need to sit down and finish it, but I really was really enjoying it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is a nuclear bomb.
Oh, a nuclear bomb. So that means we're bringing out all the bombs, all the hardware.
So, as you guys know, if you're a comic book fan, the Silver Surfer was a big part of the Infinity Gauntlet.
He
Jim
was
Starlin. But Marvel Studios didn't have the rights to the Silver Surfer when they did Infinity War and Endgame. So they couldn't use them,
right.
right? Well, they're gonna make up for that with Secret Wars.
Okay.
Um, Silver Surfer will play a huge role in Secret Wars, and I'm gonna repeat what I said before. This is not just one film. This is a multi-part movie. There'll be spin-offs as well. Like in the comic book, Secret Wars, there are crossovers and things like that. So they're gonna do that.
Okay. I like all that.
Debunk something really quickly, Speedy, because
Okay.
there's a
Okay.
rumor speculation that the MCU
Mm.
is gonna get rebooted. No, they're not rebooting the MCU.
Okay.
Uh, the speculation is, well, they're gonna reboot the after. No, 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 they're not gonna reboot the MCU. They're gonna incorporate the mutants into the franchise,
Nice.
which will lead to the next phase. Will be mostly about mutants.
Well,
Um,
we talked about this. We spoiled it
yeah,
right here. What's coming, ladies and gentlemen, on a previous show.
yeah.
Go back into you're watching the replay of this. Give us a like, give us a subscribe,
Five.
and go back into the archives of the live shows. I haven't quite caught up in my life to cut up everything and take out
Yeah.
all the good stuff and put it up on as a regular video on YouTube.
Mm.
But they're there. They're in the live shows. All the scoops
Mm-hmm.
are there. And you want to know the future of the mutants in the MCU? It's there in one of the shows
Yeah.
in the catalog here on Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. Mr. Mikey Sutton brought it to you. It's
Yeah.
even got a thumbnail and everything. You can't miss it.
Tons of content that we've
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
And I'm gonna do more embeddings in the on my site. So future Geekosity readers, um, hello. You know,
Hello, everybody.
this is a big bomb that I gotta drop here. So Silver Surfer will be one of the main characters in Secret Wars. Okay.
Okay.
Um, but here's what I am so looking forward to, Speedy.
All
It
right.
is a big bomb here. And so the Silver Surfer is gonna fight Thor.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's one of the matchups I'm hearing, and I believe it was a cover of Silver Surfer number 4, where you had Thor lunging at, or no, Silver Surfer coming at Thor, and he's holding back his hammer, about to get to a really big cosmic battle. Um, Secret Wars is just gonna be incredible.
All right. I'm
Um,
excited for it. Yeah, that's
yeah.
exciting. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. A lot of Marvel fun. And I'm looking forward to all of it, man. I mean,
So the question remains, who's gonna win, right?
oh, oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good fight because you're like, wait, I
It
mean,
might end up.
Silver power cosmic, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And here's my question to you, and I haven't got an answer for this yet, Speedy.
Okay.
Is the reason for the fight, is the Silver Surfer still the Herald of Galactus, and that's why he's fighting Thor? That's what I'm wondering.
Mm.
Um, so it's taking kind of a villainous role.
Yeah, it could be. Or it just could be. A lot of times it's just a lot of misunderstanding.
And that's a typical Marvel move, right?
You
So
know what I mean? I mean, if you watch the
yeah,
first Avengers, they all characters fight each other really just about a lot
yeah.
of just misunderstanding and mistrust. You know,
I think that's like in the golden age of Marvel Comics, the golden the early days of the Marvel
it's
Comics
definitely
Marvel
a comic
universe.
trope. Yeah, it's a comic
Yeah,
superhero trope, definitely.
yeah,
But
exactly. Like Stanley
fun
always
to
made
use.
them fight just to see
Fun to
how
use. Yeah,
tough they are, right?
fun to use. Keep it in your pocket as a story writer, and you're like, okay, they're gonna fight now because of this.
Yeah, I think it's for the fans too. Like, I want to see who's more powerful,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Remember back in the early days when you had Iron Man like
Yep.
fight Turner, things
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah. I used to play the Marvel role playing game, and it used to have like the power levels of the characters, whatever. And
Oh
so
yeah,
when
yeah.
we would make our own superheroes, and we would argue about power levels of characters we're using. We're like, hey man, my guy can't fight that guy.
Fun stuff, man. Just
Yeah,
fun stuff.
you know. I think Galactus in the role playing game was like like a stupid power level. Like
Oh my god.
you're like the game master or dungeon master. And you pulled out Galactus on them.
Well,
They hated you forever.
keep in mind that the Surfer got his powers from Galactus. That's how
Yeah.
powerful this man is.
Mhm. Yep. But I'm excited for all this Silver Surfer
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, definitely
yeah.
Secret Wars, and I mean,
Oh yeah.
you're not gonna know what to do with yourself. All the Silver Surfer you're gonna get,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
All right, that's what I'm getting from all this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So now,
Good stuff.
ladies and gentlemen, what I've been waiting for, one of my favorite comic book runs of all time, before I stopped purchasing comic books
Yeah,
in mass, was the Annihilation storyline in
yeah,
Marvel
yeah.
Comics. Okay, that was a page turner, multiple books, um, the main story, an aftermath story, a war story, cosmic, involved the Earth heroes, involved Nihilus, which was one of the
Mhm.
character he's one of the main villains of the Avengers and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, FF, yeah.
And the Kree, the Scrolls, the Shi'ar, the whoever you could think of race, they were all involved in the animation wave. It was a complete cosmic
Yep.
crossover with the Earth heroes included. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mikey son, after we have gotten what we have gotten for the last kind of almost a little disappointing ending, Secret Invasion,
Mm-hmm.
what are we getting for this possible Annihilation wave?
Full blown theatrical epic.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people have been wondering if this is coming because the cosmic direction the MCU's been taking lately.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Annihilation Wave is definitely coming as a big theatrical film. Um, but here's the thing I gotta bring up because
Okay.
people are wondering why the director of the Marvels said that
Mhm.
Foggy wasn't like uh, listening to her pitch for Marvels 3 or whatever, that he had other plans.
Right.
Other plans is Annihilation Wave. Uh,
Nice.
so Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and what's her name? The original Captain Marvel in the comic. They always change the pose. Is it Photon now? Is it what they're using?
I'm not
Uh,
sure what she's using right now. I want to. Well, guess we
anyway,
won't know until we watch the Marvel.
Marvels. Yeah, I think. Anyway, they are going to be in Annihilation Wave. Tonally, it's a totally different movie than the Marvels. By the way, it's a serious film.
Okay.
Um, um, Photon, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Right.
They're all going to be in an Annihilation Wave with Adam Warlock, Silver Surfer, Violet Veil, and a bunch of other Marvel cosmic heroes.
Okay.
Uh, Basically, it's a cosmic Avengers if you really think about it.
Nice. We're gonna get
Um,
the
yeah.
new lineup of the Guardians of the Galaxy back in
Yep.
the
Yep.
mix,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
You're gonna be in there as
maybe
well.
some,
Yeah.
maybe some classic characters. Maybe they're Kumbaya. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nova. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna lead into Annihilation Wave, and this is something I scooped years and years back. Um, but now it's really seriously being developed, and they're gonna head into this direction. And Sox will be very, very happy because Darkhawk
Woo.
will be in Annihilation
Look,
Wave.
I'm in the Dark Hawk Club, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you?
I am.
Oh, he's got one.
I'm in the Dark Hawk Club.
That's
Spent a
awesome.
whole $20 on it. Number one, and
Awesome.
it's a pretty crisp book. Like I might get it slabbed once.
You should, man.
'Cause I used to have it.
Especially,
I used to have it, and I traded it for something else a long time ago.
I have one.
Yeah,
I bought mine. I
yeah.
think mine. You know what? Mine is slabbed. I believe. I think mine is slabbed. I
Oh, okay,
think.
cool. Yeah, you're
Um,
ready to go.
yeah, but yeah, Darkhawk will be in an Annihilation Wave, with all those other cosmic characters. So if you're wondering why there's no Marvels, well, Captain Marvels is a sequel to Captain Marvel.
Mhm.
The third one will be Annihilation Wave, which will have these characters and it'll have some Guardians characters
Nice.
against the Nihilist, and who knows what else they'll bring in to that film.
All right.
Um, Very exciting stuff, and so we're and Socks in the chat here like Socks. How can James Gunn compete with this? Uh, basically, Speedy
I,
he
well, there's the answer. You do have to kind of like just start again all over again.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny, Speedy is basically he's competing with what he could have once had. Because remember, he was the going to be the right hand man of Foggy if
Mhm.
he wasn't fired. Um, and he would have this would have been under his control. Which what I think it's better that it wasn't because Gunn is not really into Nova, you know, and
I get it.
yeah. And this, besides, I love. By the way, I finally saw Guardians 3 a few weeks ago. I loved it. Um, but this really needs a serious hand um, to pull off this film. You need a Russo brothers type of team to do this kind of movie, and and I'm very excited about this. So
Yeah, me too. I man,
yeah,
so are we gonna get that? That's gonna be the end game after all whatever Secret Wars is, or we're
no, actually, this is before this. They're planning on this before Secret Wars.
really, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Because Secret Wars, I mean, it's gonna be a couple of Secret Wars. What 2026? I think it'll be 2027 at this point.
Mhm.
With the strikes and everything. So
Right.
yeah, you're gonna get this before Secret Wars. Because after Secret Wars, we go like full on mutants after that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah,
But
uh,
we'll see. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
yeah.
A lot of exciting scoops you gave us today, Mikey Sutton.
Woohoo!
Mm, Go ahead and give us a update for the comic book, Dreamwalker. When will
Okay, yeah. Glad you asked me that.
the
So
pre-orders
yeah,
times?
pre-orders. We're planning on having pre-orders on Halloween.
Okay. All right. That's a good time.
Perfect time, right?
Perfect
So,
time. Yeah. And then of course the live action is still in development, and your novels are still in development, and so keep an eye
yep.
out for all that stuff. Egositymag.com. All the scoops will be up there in reading form for you to chew on and digest. Okay.
One
Yeah.
more thing, Speedy. So Tuesday
Hmm.
is the third anniversary of Gigosity.
Okay.
It's also the third anniversary of Spider Gate. It's
Yeah.
also Kate Baldwin's birthday. It all falls
Nice.
on the same day.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. Awesome, man.
so
So,
great,
well,
great being
great
here.
big
Um,
anniversary to you and all the
yeah,
staff at
thank you, thank you.
egositymag.com. Thank you so much for letting me be a
Yeah,
part.
of
Letting
course,
me
man.
put
You're
up
an important part of us,
a
man. You were
review
there
once
to be.
in a
You were
while.
there in the beginning, dude. You were there in the beginning. You know.
Thank you.
Also, the next Speedy's Multiverse, we're gonna go full on mutants.
Okay.
We're gonna bomb the mutant saga. Um,
Woo.
and get you guys some leaks. I'm hearing about what Marvel Studios will do with the X-Men.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm looking forward to all of that stuff. That's going to be a good time. Yeah. All right. Mr. Mikey Sutton, thank you so much for joining us here in the live show. I won't take up any more of your time.
All right, thanks, buddy.
And thank you. Shouts out to everyone who's
Well,
watching this live and active in the chat.
yeah,
And if you're watching this on the replay, by all means, why don't you give us a subscribe, smash that like button. We really need your support to help grow
yeah,
the channel, so we can continue to keep having Mikey
awesome.
give us all this great insight and everything that we love, not just
Love being here.
DC, Star Wars. Whenever he's
Yeah,
got some Star Trek stuff for us, he's gonna bring it
yeah.
to me. Whenever he's got anime stuff or anything geek, he's gonna bring it to us here on Speedy's Multiverse. Thank you so much, Mikey.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Hey, you too, my friend.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, and have a great weekend.